Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This match is between Forgg and Stork, Game 3 of the MSL Round of 8 and Group D, I guess. Although I think that's more significant for the Round of 32, not so much these rounds. Oh well. I really worry about Forgg in this match, although he has stared the devil in the face before and beaten him. That was, I guess, if you called Jaedong the devil. I mean, no one expected him to beat Jaedong in the finals of last, was that last season? I think that was, no, 2 seasons ago, MSL. Bisu's the current champion. He's already been knocked out. But yeah, no one expected him to win that match. He was successful there. Right now, let's see if he's had the mental recovery and he has that mental prowess to take down Stork, especially in just last match. You could see he was frustrated. Right now, maybe he'll play a little bit more solid. Maybe he'll play a little bit more on Hilter. Stork, on the other hand, has not been playing standard whatsoever. He's really been throwing out everything at Forgg, just trying to force him off balance. This is on Destination, which statistically, I believe, favors protoss significantly because you can contain your Terran to 2 bases. The protoss, the Terran usually has to go to the air as a result to avoid those bridges. It's easy at least to hold your secondary with fewer troops. And Stork looks like okay, I thought he was going to go for cheese, but this is just going to be a gas deal, putting that pylon, sending that probe scout out early. He sent it before he put that pylon down, though, to avoid the blockade. And it looks like, yeah, he might be able to push and get this gas steal. Forgg looking to go for a front door seal to try to deny information as long as possible. And yeah, it looks like he's going to, unfortunately for him though, Stork is going to be able to sneak through. Probably going to go directly to gas and not going to have any trouble stealing it whatsoever. And we'll see how Forgg, I guess we'll see if Forgg can recover that. And this really just throws a Terran player off timing-wise and everything. And oh, Forgg running up. It looks like he's trying to attack that probe though, not actually trying to hold that gas. And now he's just given up on it. Well, maybe not. Oh, he's able to get the gas. Wow, nice job. I guess Stork went for the gateway first instead of stealing gas, then putting down his gateway. Went for a gateway instead of stealing his gas. He still got that probe scout in there though, and trying to attack that SCV a little bit. So nice little mental victory there for Forgg. That should help out kind of the mid game here, but. Never mind. Managed to get a Manor Pylon off otherwise, though, and 2 SCVs stuck in there, and that'll throw Forgg's timing off and cause a little bit of disruption. So just and that's got to be discouraging. You manage to stop your gas steal, but you can't stop the Manor Pylon otherwise. And I think he was a little bit, I'm not sure what he was distracted with. Stork looks like he's going for a standard build. Otherwise, he's got that cybernetics core out. Yeah, just gonna get some of those dragoons out. We'll see if he goes 1 gate tech. If he goes that speed upgrade, although I honestly feel like he might even go for proxy robo at this stage, considering the way he's been playing up to this point in the MSL. He's done a fantastic job of being very unorthodox. Lost that probe scout, however, so SCV managed to get the kill, looks like. So Hero SCV got the revenge for that pylon out in the field. Forgg very quickly taking that pylon down, though, so it shouldn't disrupt his economy up this stage. And now he's going to be able to get his SCV scout directly into Stork's base. Stork not able to scout anything. He was, again, off-timing. Well, I guess not off-timing. He's off-timing a little bit because he put down that gas, so that's 100 less minerals. Producing a Zealot first. Interestingly enough, I think he was hoping to block his ramp though with that Zealot, not able to get it done. There's that first factory only, no, 2 SCVs on gas. So Forgg thinking about going for some sort of tech build, maybe 2 factory, again maybe vulture drop, just because you gotta go air anyway. Looks like range upgrade going there for Stork. That might just be for kind of for posturing here to kind of at the very least he's not going to put down any more tech while that SCV scout's inside of his base, and that could work out well if he does. In fact, we got that second SCV going to the north. We're going to see the next, yeah. Okay, second factory. So some form of 2 factory push. There has been that popular push lately with producing a lot of Marines, like 6 Marines and 3 tanks otherwise, or it could just be a standard fast double or fake double, or no, that, never mind. Some form of 2 factory push is what's coming out here. And with that Zealot out in the front, if it's more vulture heavy, it might be a little bit more effective, but Zealot able to wander around, pinning that SCV in, able to take that SCV out now. Now we'll see what the next level tech is for Stork. And honestly, not putting that tech down, though, for quite some time should work out. That front door configuration looks like it was a little bit more anti-1015 than anything. But looks like a Zealot and 2 Dragoons going up against this 2 factory, and he's putting down a robotics facility instead of a second gateway, so or anything else for that matter. So robotics facility going for a standard 1 gate tech build, probably to he's going to get observer out first. So Stork going to have to use a bit of micromanagement to fight this off. Second machine shop going down, which suggests to me vultures. Looks like Stork is expecting a vulture drop. He's putting that pylon to that back position so he can spot out any drop coming. 4 Marines on that front door with that SCV. no additional Marines being shown. There's also that tank alongside, so kind of showing a little bit of that fast expansion build. Although if that fast expansion build was coming, usually you'll have that command center being built somewhere nearby to kind of float out. Stork not seeing it. That's the thing, Will, with doing that command center build. No upgrades. Okay, so no double upgrades going to build. And are they moving? I'm not even sure if they're being activated right there. I got to assume tanks are coming out without the upgrades rather than vultures here. So it's going to be tanks, but there's no additional Marines. And usually when you see this sort of rush from a Terran player, you're expecting, maybe he's going for a drop. Okay, I think he's going to go starport here. So Stork's instincts, I think, are dead on. He's moving that probe, it looks like, around that 3 o'clock position to try to catch a dropship as it might be moving out in the field. Maybe to put a pylon out there, just trying to be along the common routes for dropships and kind of spot it out. Although, no, now double upgrades going. So it is going to be, in fact, a vulture push. And no, 3 tanks out. So it's 3 tanks with vultures to support. So this is the rush. A lot fewer Marines than I'm used to seeing with this. Usually you'll see 5 to 6 Marines up on the front, but I guess with the off timing, it could be off. The advantage having the Zealot is those Zealots should be fairly effective against those Marines. Forgg getting a little bit spread out, taking a couple extra free hits on that SCV, which he didn't want to take. Observatory out to help deal with those mines when they come back around. It looks like a fairly good attack force out for Stork, even though he was a little bit off timing. Ooh, Marines getting picked off very, very quickly, though, by those Dragoons. But still 3 tanks and a Vulture, and it looks like an SCV alongside there. Ooh, Siege has been upgraded. So it was actually Siege alongside with Mines. Interesting rush. And I haven't seen this yet before. So it looks like new Terran 2 factory pushes kind of being developed these days, which I like seeing. It looks like that Observer out in the field, and Forgg going to back off a little bit, trying to hide his tanks from it, not able to do so. And he's got a, looks like, ooh, a turret machine thing. Engineering bay, that's the word I'm looking for, going up in the field. A single mine planted. Dragoon's trying to push in, going to try to pick those mines off. Forgg going for contain. Oh, that mine's going to be huge if it can go off. There's another mine in the back of the field. Oh, man! Loses 3 Dragoons, but honestly, picking off that 1 mine, he almost lost his entire Dragoon force, at which point his base would have been in full breach, but still 2 tanks, 2 vultures pushing up. It looks like 2 observers overhead. Stork trying to put a pylon, but he's at the very least going to be contained to 2 bases at this stage. Siege tanks alongside. He's going to have that robotic support bay. He's going to have to keep that Reaver at home base with the attack forces moving up. Stork, I'm not sure if he's thinking about stalling that turret out. It could just be force of habit here. But spotting this, he's going to end up losing that to that missile turret at this stage. I don't think he can run away in time. Maybe he can't stall it out. It's illegal here, and yeah, he's going to end up losing that observer right now. And he's bringing that shuttle around. Maybe it was just a spot for that shuttle. I don't think there's no way that shuttle had a Reaver in it. Just was off time. It looks like 2 Dragoons to try to do some sort of drop. You try to do some tank busting, but turret already up. Couldn't take the spare damage to that shuttle. Backed off. So Forgg able to get it contained, and it looks like he's going to try to push on some pressure. Those vultures backing up a little bit to try to protect that ramp, just in case vultures are running across the field. And it looks like a probe being dropped back. So Stork going to go for that back edge expansion rather than his natural secondary, loading up those 2 Zealots and that Reaver. Maybe I can't imagine him pushing up in the field, though, to try to go for some damage in the back. And there's already 2 tanks there actually in a turret, but he needs to really worry about the reinforcements that are coming out towards secondary and really keep the Reaver, there at home base. Dropping the Zealots to take out the mines. There's that second Vulture, that second Zealot, which is taken care of very easily. Might be able to take out one of the tank, but not able. Oh, was going for the Vultures, wasn't able to take it out. Beautiful micro by Stork, actually picked that apart. But again, that ramp really playing against him. Lost the Reaver otherwise, so this contain should hold. Forgg should manage to get reinforcements back up. Another Dragoon out. Stork not able to break the contain. Forgg should be able to maintain this. So looking good still, even though it's a single siege tank and a single turret otherwise. Needs to reinforce it quickly, but not a lot of attack forces on the ground for Stork to really fight against this. And it looks like Stork is going to take that back edge expansion just not to fall too far behind. No, Forgg is giving up on this. So feeling like it wasn't worthwhile. At the very least, he's managed to get a secondary up his own. That shocks me. I can't believe that Forgg didn't continue to reinforce towards that main base. He knew the Reaver was down. Maybe he feels like he can reestablish it once he regathers, and Stork putting down that 3rd base now to try to take a quick economic edge, being a little bit skimpy on Dragoons, however, or attack forces otherwise. So he needs to be very, very careful. Forgg looking at the latent expansions. Latent? I'm not sure that's the right word there. Looking at the other expansions kind of out in the field. And it looks like seeing that probe scout, he might be able to sneak back. Let's see if he sneaks back and sees that mineral only up, going up. And Stork's in a horrible position now. Yeah, he's going to have to just go on the offensive and hope to get something done, because he's not going to be able to defend that back right expansion and his secondary. and do some harassment all at the same time. I can't see that being effective. Looks like he's got an observer long field, and as long as Forgg gets 2 more factories up, he's going to have he should be able to take out that bottom right or establish another contain at this stage. I feel like he's in a pretty good position. Looks like that turret is